Luke. I mean, Hank didn't sign it.
Yes, I did. Right there. Yeah, between the penguin's legs. See?
Henry F. Kaplan, M.D.?
I wrote what I felt. It's from the heart. Why, do you think it's a little too mushy?
Well, I guess it's about as mushy as Luke gets with us.
Which is exactly why I think it's so important for us to make a little fuss over Luke's birthday. Think of it this way. What does a moody loner want most?
A handgun.
He wants the camaraderie and friendship of his fellow co-workers. Which is why I'm throwing Luke a surprise party.
Don't put it in park, Julie. You're not den-mother to the world.
If we are ever going to get Luke to come out of his shell, it's up to us to go the extra mile. So why don't we all pitch in and make him feel part of the group?
Here he comes now.
Pretend you don't notice him.
Any luck?
Oh, Annie, don't worry. We're going to find your ring.
Don't worry. Fred and I have had enough problems lately. We sure don't need to have an argument over this.
I called security and told him to be on the lookout for your ring.
The same security that lost Mr. Tishman? How do you lose a man who's in a body cast?
Now, honey, let's just think this through. When was the last time you had it?
Well, I remember I had it right before I gave Mrs. Curtin her alcohol rub.
And did you think to check Mrs. Curtin? She's a big woman. It could be tucked in anywhere.
No, I took it off before the rub, and I've been back to check the room.
Did you look in the trash can?
It had just been emptied.
Well, there you go. It's probably down in the dumpsters.
Oh, yes, that's good news. You haven't lost your wedding ring. It's only buried under 3 tons of hospital garbage.
It's gone.
No, it's not. Now, we're going to go down there and sift through every piece of trash until we find that ring.
Thanks for the offer, Sandy, but that's a job I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy.
How are you, Warden? Like I care.
Oh, Jack! Just the man I've been looking for.
Sorry, Annie, but I don't believe rummaging through hospital dumpsters is part of my job description.
Well, ordinarily I wouldn't ask you to, Jack, but this happens to be a very valuable ring, and I'll make it worth your while.
What could you offer me? What, money? I'm loaded. A career advancement? I'm in the Fortune 500. Sex? Possibly. But then you would benefit as much as I did. Maybe more.
All right, hawk it up, Jack. What are you after?
Okay. That really ticked me off last week when you docked me those 30 hours.
Are you kidding? You want me to rewrite your parole report?
Only to reinstate those 40 hours that I earned.
30 hours.
Deal. Now see how easy that was?
Jack, if I give in on this, you won't respect me.
Annie, if it makes you feel any better, I've never respected you. And I probably never will, so.
Forget it.
Okay, I'll forget it. But will Fred forget it when you come home without the symbol of your marriage?
Okay, 30 hours off your sentence, and that's my final offer. But no ring, no deal.
Do you really think that I would slog knee-deep through hospital waste just to be away from you for 30 hours? Oh, I'm going to go change my shoes.
So, Luke, ready for the big celebration?
What is there to celebrate?
Well, you know, whatever. But you haven't been hit by lightning, I guess.
Guess again.
What Hank was talking about celebrating was the big football game.
Right. Hey, Dolphins rule.
Well, personally, I'd much rather play than watch.
Hey, what guy wouldn't? You know, I go out practically every weekend myself.
I'm guessing you play flag?
No. Touch. 2 hands below the waist.
Oh. Ladies' rules.
What rules do you play?
No rules, although concealed weapons are sort of frowned on.
Sounds fun. Maybe I'll come out sometime. Where do you play?
Abandoned airstrip. We use a big rock for the ball.
Well, that'd cut down on the kicking game, I suppose.
Annie, if it's okay, I need to get off early to study for my physiology midterm.
Okay, I can work it out.
Medical school a little tougher than you thought, huh, Gina?
A little.
Yeah, well, they don't let just anybody wear these white coats.
Yes, well, the fact that you're wearing one gives me great hope, Doctor.
No, seriously. If you need some help with your studies, the Hankster's your man.
Thank you, Hank. I'll call if I get desperate. No, I'll call if my desperation reaches hopelessness. No, I'll call if I'm hopeless and you're the last man on earth.
Well, you got my number.
What's the matter, Hank? Gina tell you to take a flying leap again?
Yeah, she... How did you know?
You kidding? It's like the sun coming up in the morning.
What is with that woman? What does she have against me?
Pretty much everything.
What about forgive and forget?
You haven't given her a chance to forget. Maybe you're pushing too hard.
Or not hard enough. You know, that K in my name stands for Kaplan, not quitter.
Excuse me, ma'am. Where might I find Mr. Tritton?
I've seen you before. You're Jack's...
Jack's toady. A shameless kiss-up. But it pays very well, ma'am. No need for you to feel uncomfortable with the subject. Mr. Trenton. Good morning, Mr. Trenton.
Jack, you're back. Did you find my ring?
Not yet, Annie, but believe me, I will not rest until I do. Mueller, what do you have for me?
The usual, sir. Just some papers to sign and a compliment on your clothing.
Hey, Jack, what about my ring?
Believe me, Annie, it is the uppermost thing in my mind. Penn, Mueller. You see, that ring represents your domestic harmony, and harmony at home means harmony at work. Read my lips. Mueller.
Harmony.
Why don't you stop talking garbage and start digging it?
Oh. Annie, you're a tough cookie.
And a smart dresser.
Don't bother. I'm not paying you to kiss my butt.
It's a freebie.
Mueller. Mueller.
Can we hurry this up? My break's almost over.
The birthday boy will be here any minute. I had Annie stall him so I could pick up the cake.
That would be this object?
Well, it was the best Julie could do on such short notice. The cafeteria lady made it for us.
What was it before it was a cake?
I don't know. Does Purina make a patient chow?
I sure hope Luke likes his gift. Not knowing much about him, I didn't know what to get.
Well, I know he's been here since July and still doesn't know our names. And I know he eats his lunch in the utility closet.
Which is exactly why I got Luke. Oh, welcome, Matt. I'm hoping this will indicate our desire to take the first step toward friendship.
Here he comes.
Quick, Gina, light the candles. Paco, turn off the lights. Quiet, everyone. Surprise! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Luke. Happy birthday to you. And many more. Boy, Luke sure left in a hurry. He must have forgotten something important.
Like his manners?
Well, probably should blow out the candles. Don't want to start a grease fire in the frosting.
Did you make a wish?
Sometimes you make it too easy.
Thanks, Julie. Great party.
Yeah, even topped the surprise party you threw to celebrate the first anniversary of my divorce.
And from the look on your face, it was quite the surprise.
Well, seeing your ex-husband and his lawyers eating ice cream cake will do that to you.
At least you stayed at your party a good 5 seconds longer than Luke.
You know, Luke's just not ready for groups yet. Tell you what, I'm going to talk to him one-on-one. I'm going to get him to open up if it's the last thing I do. Just leave it to me.
No problem.
Gina, 1 second. You ready for that physiology test tomorrow?
I will be.
Okay, pop quiz. Anatomy of the kidney. You may begin.
I know this. Wait a second.
Crump. Cortex, renal, pelvis, ureter, medulla, and pyramid. C-R-U-M-P. Anatomy of the kidney. How do we remember? Miss Crump dated Andy Griffith, used to make him kidney pie. Crump.
I must say I'm very impressed.
Well, it's just a little mnemonic device to help the memory. Smid, Blick, Firkin, and Plude. I got a million of them.
Gosh.
No, gosh, Tira. 7 causes of acute monoarthritis.
Hank, you know, about what I said earlier, I really could use your help if you wouldn't mind.
Well, I think that the last man on Earth could shuffle some things around.
Jack, would it be too much trouble to get up off that couch and give me a hand?
Yep. I'm too busy enjoying the thought of having 30 hours lopped off my sentence in this armpit.
Well, you gotta find Annie's ring first.
Let me tell you something, Paco. You're not wearing a wire, are you?
No, that's a cup. Sometimes the patients get a little unruly, and I want to have kids someday.
Yeah. Okay. Now, Paco, just suppose, just hypothetically, that you're cleaning up a room and you find a wedding ring on the floor. Then suppose you pick up that ring and put it in your pocket.
Better yet, suppose it was flip-up sunglasses.
Try to stay with me here, Paco. Okay, now you have the ring in your pocket, and suddenly Annie asks if anyone has found such a ring. What do? Do you turn it in, or do you keep it as a negotiating tool?
I know what I'd do. I'd turn it in.
You know, Paco, I wouldn't bother wearing that cup.
You found Annie's ring, didn't you?
I had it the whole time. I'll give it to her just as soon as she gets back from lunch. But I just wanted to twist the last few kinks in her colon, you know, before I... Oh, I found it. I found it. Annie, can you... And I was just telling Paco how I just couldn't wait to see the expression on your face.
This about what you expected?
Hey, Jack, you want to borrow my cup?
Paco, don't you have something to do?
Always.
Oh, and Paco, toss this for me.
So, case closed.
You lied to me. You tried to cheat me. You had my ring in your damn pocket the whole time, didn't you?
But the important thing is you got your ring back. Let's not lose sight of that. All I need now is my probation report.
I just lost sight of it.
You what?
I threw it away. Oh, and if you hurry, you might be able to fish it out of Paco's trash.
No, Paco! Paco, wait! No!
Oh, Luke, before you go, there's something very important I need to ask you.
Good night.
What would you say is the most important invention in the history of mankind?
That would have to be the mute button.
Want to know what I'd say? Language. Because language enables human beings to communicate.
Not even in my top 10.
I want to communicate with you, Luke. It's hard for me to see you so alone all the time.
But that's my choice. I want to be alone, Julie.
Boy, I hear that a lot.
You're not going to give up, are you?
Absolutely not. I want to know all kinds of things about you. What you care about, what you fear, what your favorite Shelley Long film is. It's my quest to find out what it's like in your world.
You want to step into my world? Okay. Let's go. Watch your step. That's it. Okay. We're here.
Ah, great. Where's here?
At this point, about a half mile underground.
What was that?
Bats. So, welcome to my world.
Gee, must save a bundle on rent.
I don't live here, Julie. I just come here for fun.
Oh, and when does that begin?
We're having it.
Yippee.
Feels good, doesn't it? Being in a place where you can just cut loose like that and you're not bothering anybody.
Feels good. Feels good. Not as good as a warm bath or finding money in your pocket, but good. Good. Luke, how did you ever find this place?
I helped pull a lost spelunker out of here.
Ah, spelunker?
Yeah, that's an expert on cave exploration.
An expert on cave exploration got lost here?
Oh, yeah. He lost his light, and then he lost his way. Heck, he lost 16 pounds by the time we found him. You never saw anybody order so much food at the drive-thru.
Well, I can only imagine. I skipped breakfast once. Most important meal of the day.
Shh, shh, shh. Listen.
I don't hear anything.
I know. Doesn't get any better, does it, Jules?
Well, to each his own, I guess.
Exactly. To each his own. That's my philosophy also. I mean, some people enjoy a lot of yakety-yak and socializing and, you know, birthday parties. Nothing wrong with that. More power to them. But then there's other people.
Such as yourself.
Right. Are you going to sit or stand while you wait?
Wait for what?
For the bats to come back. Oh. If you're very quiet and you hold still like a rock, they'll perch right on you.
They will?
Oh, yeah, especially if you put a little hunk of cheese on your shoulder. Here's yours.
You know, Luke, I may have left the oven on in my apartment.
You mean you want to go?
Like a bat out of hell.
All right. We're out of here. Loprick.
Loprick. Lens, optic nerve, pupil, retina, iris, and cornea.
Excellent. You're doing great. Now, how about dinner?
Dinner. Is that the structure of the knee or the parts of the pancreas?
No. Now, dinner, like you and me in a cozy little French restaurant?
Oh, I see. That's what this is all about. You don't want to study. You just want to woo me with your moronic devices.
That's mnemonic.
Trust me, it's moronic.
Tina, you got me all wrong. I was just trying...
What is this? Why do you have the upper respiratory system on your hand?
How did that get there?
You've been cheating.
No, I haven't.
I bet I know why you went to the fridge so often. Aha! Cranial and skeletal anatomy written on the milk carton. Aha, and here on the bottom of your mug, the function of the 12 cranial nerves. You're a doctor. You should know these things.
I know these things. It's just I can't remember the memory tricks to help me remember them. And it's been a long time since I had to know what a plug was.
And just what is it, plug?
I don't know. Look in the microwave.
Your interest was not in helping me pass my test. Your interest was in helping yourself to me, wasn't it?
Okay, look. For the last 6 months, you have been avoiding me like meningococcal meningitis. By the way, that's a very contagious bacterial infection. Look, this was the first chance I had to be alone with you, and by God, I was going to take it. Can you blame me for that?
I really don't have time to talk about this, Hank. I really have to study.
Yeah, and I want to help you study.
Really?
Hey, I wrote Himmelfarb on my good tie. Doesn't it tell you something?
Well, okay, you can stay. But we're just studying.
Fine. Yeah, I think we've reached a new plateau. You don't seem as outwardly hostile to me.
No. Now I merely hold you in great contempt.
Gina, you have no idea how long I have waited to hear those words.
Come on, please sign the card. It's for Edna in accounting. She's being transferred.
I tell you what, Julie, when Luke signs the card, I'll sign the card.
Good morning, Luke. How are you today?
Oh, hey, Julie. I'm fine, I guess. I hear you circulating a card for Edna.
Yes, I certainly am. Got her right here. We're all going to miss her. Everyone's signing.
Aren't you going to ask me to sign?
Not in your life.
Mission accomplished. Well, that's my break. If you need me, I'm in the utility closet.
Oh, hold on there. I got to ask you a question. What's this about you taking Julie to some cave?
I had to find some way to get her off my back.
You mean to tell me that you would climb down a hole, walk a half a mile in total darkness in a cave filled with bats just to get Julie to leave you alone?
Yep.
Any chance I could get a map to that cave?
Annie, I haven't seen Jack around this morning.
Oh, he's still down in the dumpsters searching for this.
What's that?
His parole report.
Wait a second. If you have the parole report in your hand, isn't he wasting his time down there?
Mm-hmm. About 30 hours worth.
Anything?
Nothing yet, Mr. Trenton. Except this brand new welcome mat.
Well, keep looking.
My pleasure, sir.
My pleasure, sir.
Close call.
Monday night, Jacqueline Smith and L.A. Law's Corbin Burnson star in the NBC world premiere movie Love Can Be Murder, NBC Monday. Now stay tuned for an all-new Sisters. After 20 years, Teddy's first love returns, but when she learns his shocking secret, she could lose everything. An emotional all-new Sisters next.